Fox News Alert, a live look at Capitol Hill, where Hunter Biden's ex-business partner, Devon Archer, is set to meet with House lawmakers in just a couple of hours.
Hunter's former pal is expected to divulge Joe Biden's involvement with Hunter's business deals, and how the disgraced first son would reportedly impress his foreign clients by putting his daddy on the telephone.
Sean Hannity joins us live to talk about it this morning. Sean, what do you expect? Is he going to just spill the beans on the Biden family? Or, according to this email, it was years ago, they seem very, very close. They're telling each other how much they love each other.
You're talking about Devon Archer's testimony?
Archer. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. This is going to be a deposition. It's going to be behind closed doors. Tonight on Hannity, we will have James Comer on. Hopefully, we'll get some insight into what happens. We expect the transcript to be released, if not today, within 3 or 4 days. Interesting twist, though, over the weekend, and it has riled a lot of Republicans on the Hill, and that is that the DOJ was trying to get Devon Archer. Remember, in a previous case that he was sentenced to a year in prison, they tried to get him to report to prison. Many in Congress are saying, wait a minute, this is to obstruct a congressional investigation, and they want an investigation into why it is they tried to stop his appearance today. He had been scheduled 3 prior times, so that's going to be fascinating to watch. Now, anybody that's been watching Fox knows that Miranda Devine has had some phenomenal testimony as it relates to what we expect to hear from Devon Archer. Remember, Joe Biden, as a candidate, repeatedly said, I never once talked to my son about his foreign business dealings. I never talked to my brother. I never talked to anybody, for that matter. A big deal has been made over the fact that that lie has now been exposed in a variety of ways. And so what's fascinating about it is now the White House is saying, well, I've never been in business with my son, Hunter. Well, either you talked to him about it or you didn't talk to him about it. And to try and change it, I've never been in business. Devon Archer, we expect, according to Miranda, would testify today, and John Solomon confirms this, that, in fact, Joe Biden would call into these meetings. Hunter would put his father on speaker, and it would be Hunter, Devon, foreign business partners. Joe would kind of come in as the closer and say, see, you have access to Dad. Here's the big question. And Steve, I watched Steve's interview with James Comer. Steve, one thing we now know for a fact, we have a timeline on the addiction of Hunter Biden. It was from 2003 to 2019. Okay, so at the time, he was an active crack addict when most of these business deals were going on. I have no doubt that China, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Romania, Mexico, and a dozen countries knew that. So the question is, why was Burisma willing to pay Hunter, who went on Good Morning America and admitted he had no experience in energy, oil, gas, coal, or Ukraine, millions of dollars for something he had no experience in? We get some insight in that 1023 form. It all begins to come together now. And that's the FBI informant that quotes the CEO of Burisma saying that he thinks Hunter is dumb, that he didn't want to do anything with Hunter, but he needed the protection that his father would provide them, meaning Joe, then vice president. Joe then goes to Ukraine, leverages $1 billion to get a Ukrainian prosecutor fired, who is investigating Burisma and Hunter Biden. Hunter continues to get paid, thus the Biden bribery family allegations. In my mind, this now is one of the single biggest allegations of any president in the history of this country. And while everybody on the left could be paying attention all they want to the charges against Donald Trump, and they just keep piling on charges like they did late last week, this is going to be a massive issue for the November 2024 election. It might be the cause that Democrats throw him off the ticket, in my view.
You know, on that last topic you brought up there about what they're doing with President Trump, seems like they're handling it very differently. We're up to 41 charges, I think, now, President Trump. The last 3 come in this group of bringing in a couple of staffers and saying, oh, President Trump ordered you to do this, ordered you to do that, you better spill the beans. We've got a former property manager at Mar-a-Lago, and he's going to appear before a Miami judge this morning, and he's in this classified documents case against Trump. And it seems to be the experts that we've had come on are saying they're trying to use this to pressure people to turn on President Trump. President Trump, of course, responded and said, this is fiction. This did not happen. I never ordered that. Where do you think this goes?
You know what's fascinating about that story is both President Trump and his attorney over the weekend said, I don't know what they're talking about. No tapes were erased, and that everything that was subpoenaed was handed over. So either it was or it wasn't.
Yeah.
Now, if he ordered tapes deleted and they weren't deleted and they still got handed over, I don't know. You tell me what's worse. Is it that they got the tapes, or 33,000 subpoenaed emails of Hillary Clinton that, in fact, were deleted? They're not washed with a cloth, but washed out with something we never had heard of before called bleach bit, and devices that might have had copies of those messages destroyed with hammers, beaten up BlackBerries, beaten up iPhones, the SIM cards removed, etc. So, you know, if we're going to compare and contrast, one of the questions now that Americans, for the first time, a majority do not believe that we have equal justice and equal application of our laws in this country. That is a sad day for this country, because that would mean that the predicate for every law that we have, our Constitution, is just being washed away and shredded. So if Hillary Clinton is treated one way and her Chappaqua home was not raided, the 4 Biden locations for top-secret classified documents that they found were not raided, if in fact Hillary Clinton's subpoenaed emails were destroyed, clearly consciously, they're accusing Donald Trump of asking somebody, requesting that somebody destroy something. He's saying they destroyed nothing and that they handed over everything that was asked for. I can't wait to get the real answer on that. I suspect they wouldn't be saying they had it and turned it over if they didn't.
Sean, I want to get your take on this. You remember a few weeks ago, everyone does, the Los Angeles Dodgers welcoming in the Sisterhood of Perpetual Indulgence, a religiously offensive group. They were honored during Pride Month. Now the Dodgers seem to be trying to, I don't know, make amends or find themselves back on the front foot. Now they've invited in a Christian Family and Faith Day where they brought in Jeremy Camp, Chris Pratt, and others, I guess, to honor the Christian faith. What do you make of these choices by the Dodgers?
You know, I understand Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers. The difference with the Sisters of Perpetual whatever, I don't know, Perpetual something. The interesting part of that story is they were mocking a faith, the Catholic faith, and they had the members of this group that were dressed up in drag. And that's where people were offended. They were canceled, then they were rescheduled, and then the event happened. Probably the lesson to take out of all of this, in my view, sadly, in many ways, is that I don't care if you're Target, I don't care if you're Bud Light, I don't care if you're the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, or MLB. Probably the best thing to do is just stay out of politics completely, stay out of religion completely, and just make it about the sport, because it seems to only divide something where, you know, it's such a naturally unifying moment when you go to a ball game.
Exactly.
How many times have you been to a football game, and what do you share? You share a passion with everybody in the stands for the game you love, for the team, home team you love. You find yourself high-fiving strangers, sharing your peanuts and cotton candy. You know, I find myself buying beers for people around me when I sit in a stadium, getting to know them, say hello.
That's right.
And now all of a sudden you bring politics in and you throw this big fat wedge in the middle of it, and it ruins, you know, what should be a great time.
I agree.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sean, for waking up early. I know you probably didn't get a lot of sleep.
I love getting up early. This is my favorite thing to do, get up at 7 a.m. No, but I watch every day. Love you guys, and, you know, you're doing a great job.
All right,
Thanks,
we'll
Sean.
listen to
Thanks,
3 hours on the radio and then tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks,
See you
Sean.
tonight.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.